Right, good evening everyone, and welcome to it's Wednesday night, and we've got Division 2, and we are in Canada. So it all looks clear, sunny skies. We just got a weather report from the guys saying quality is dry and race is dry, which is quite weird for Canada. Canada tends to be mixed conditions, and I think everyone in Division 2 is smiling at the moment. So 16 drivers, we're just waiting for one driver to join us still. So hopefully she can get in a little bit later. I'm just going through the list. No, she's not in yet. But nevertheless, 16 drivers. We've got Bob, just to take some notes of. Bob is a Premier Division driver. He will put a lap up in Q3 and then obviously retire in Q2. So he will start in 15th. And yeah, he cannot finish higher than 3rd or 4th basically. But yeah, that's the only Premier Division driver at the moment. And then the rest is all Division 2. So we are currently with Saki. Saki puts in a 1:11.09. You tend to think that's maybe a second or two, maybe at a big moment somewhere. That's a little bit off the pace at the moment. Soulsmaster just pops in there with a 1:12 as I wanted to jump on board with him in the Williams. So the two Williams currently on top of the leaderboard, but I suspect that's going to change very quickly. And just want to see who's on an outlap. Soulsmeister, he's on an outlap in the Alpine, so he's been having some really good results. Nike still battling to get in, so hopefully she can. It looks like one of the just see who is behind him. It looks like a here we go. So Soulsmaster goes through. But he's invalidated his lap, so he's going to start all over again. Or that is his outlap, so he's going to start on his flying lap very soon. So there we go, through the wall of champions. Very close to the wall there. So let's go on board with Soulsmaster here in Canada. Hard left, 4th gear, brilliant. You want to get into 2nd gear just for the rotation. 3rd, get on the power, get the steering as straight as possible. Yeah, you don't want to go too far left. Hug it on the inside. Yeah, try not to invalidate. Maybe 3rd, maybe could have gone there through 4th. Maybe lost a 2/10 or 3/10 there. This is a very difficult corner, off-camber corner. It's also uphill, so you tend to lose the back end very slightly if you go through there. But with traction on medium, like most of the drivers do in Division 2, they should be fine. Oh, is that going to be invalidated? No, it's not. It was a little bit too deep in there. Missed his braking spot. And most hated hairpin, I would think, as he goes through. So let's see if he gets nice rotation. Stay away from the wall. He does. Also, just a little bit too wide angle, almost like he's got no nose on that Alpine. DRS wide open on the back straight. Well, the same straight really. It's not a back straight really. But the straight just before the start finish line. Yeah, all the nerves kick in. This can make or break your lap. You can see it's very tentative. 3-year, 4th, 5th. DRS wide open. And yeah, if you invalidate there, that will be the invalidation of that lap that you were on, and also the next lap. So it's crucial to get through there. But while we were on board with him, Nick Gishen goes fastest in the Red Bull with a 109.514. He is our championship leader at the moment. I think leading by 2 points from Arne Goos. So the two Red Bull guys really doing well at the moment, having a good Brazil, having a good Austria. So Nick Gishen winning in Austria on the home track of Red Bull, and Arne Goos winning last week in Brazil. So great stuff by them. Warlock on a 110.2. He's currently in 2nd. Just want to see who's all out on an outlap. Electronic, he's invalidated his lap. Arno is on a outlap, so is Shake. So let's get with Shakes and see how he goes. Shakes having really good consistency at the moment in terms of his race results. Goes into turn 1. Yeah, hugs the apex. Nice 2nd gear. Now you want to get into 3rd. Don't let the car rotate too much. Oh, you decide to stay in 2nd. You can see there's a little bit of wheel spin at the back. Goes into 4th, 5th. So very well done. They're not invalidating. And he's going to hug this on the inside. There we go. Hugs it on the inside. DRS wide open. And very difficult corner here. If you cut it too much, you will spin out. You will lose. So nicely done. Oh, invalidated, unfortunately for him. So So he's going to have to start all over again. Chaplin is in the pit, so is Storm Willis. Teacher, he is out. He missed the first race in Austria, but he is back in Brazil. Had a DNF last week, so he's looking to make up for that in the McLaren. And so far, so good. So just want to see Arno Kroos. He is currently in 12th. So let's see what how Arno gets along here. Any purple sectors for him. Let's see if he comes through to sector 2. Not purple. Going nicely through the hair, but that's the best rotation that we've seen so far on board from any of the guys. So that looks really good by Arno. Gets the DRS wide open. Currently his teammate 195. Let's see how fast or close Arno can get to him. Good battle between these two guys. 4th, 5th. Not too tentative on the throttle. They're actually very aggressive for qualifying 1. And that's going to be a 197. So that's 2 tenths of his teammate. And they've really been a couple of tenths off each other on each track, depending on which track is their favorite. But so far so good for them. Bob's still in the pit. Storm Willis, he's on an outlap. And we'll have a look at what he does when he starts his flying lap. Alright, so there we go. So Nick and Adne retiring from the session. A 195 and a 197. Everyone's still good. Shakes has just come into the pits. Chaplin is on track in the McLaren. He's going to start his flying lap now. So his teammate currently the teacher. Very good lap by him, a 110.3. He's currently in 4th. Let's see if Chaplin can get very close to teacher. I think that will be what he will be hoping for. So let's see what he can put together. Looks nice and clean as he goes through. 3rd gear through there all the way. Seems like the car's nice and planted. So let's see if he comes up in sector 2. If it's going to be, oh, that's going to be invalid. Oh wow, he got away with that. So that was quite lucky. Got away with a bit of murder there as he comes through the hairpin. Let's see how he does that. Oh, that looks very neat and tidy from a Chaplin. Wow, that was a really good hairpin by him. Good exit. It's all about the exit really there to get the maximum straight line speed on this DRS straight. And let's see. So Wall of Champions, let's get on board with them. A lot of people going into 3rd. Oh, he goes into 4th, 5th. Gets the DRS. A bit tentative there through the Wall of Champions, but rightly so. That puts him up into 12 for the 112.3. Reaper in the beautiful Aston Martin. He's currently 1.2 seconds off, so he's probably going to pop in for an in lap. Shakes is currently out. Storm Willis is out, so we just catch Storm as he starts his flying lap. So let's stick on board with Storm here and see what he can get up to. So 2nd gear. third gear. Let's see how he gets through turn 3. Oh, that's going to be invalidated. Yeah, there we go. If you are too eager on turning there, you will have issues like that, unfortunately. So that's going to be another invalidation for him. So he's going to have to start all over. Bob can have a run at Q3 or Q1. So he's got 4 minutes to go. But you will see the guys clear Bertha. We haven't had a squiz at him yet. We'll definitely go on board with him and bid in Q2. He's up in 5th position. So Mkharat and Bonita, hey, it's nice to have you guys back. Welcome back, Mkharat and Bonita. Mkharat racing, Name Assassin, racing tomorrow night in the Premier Division, yeah. And then Bonita's always a pleasure having you on the stream, commenting. Carl saying, can you send me a couple of invites? I will join back. Carl, no, I will not send you invites. You can, you've had plenty of invites from all of us, so you can sort yourself out, mate. Right, so Josh saying good luck to the Alpha Tauri and Alpine guys. Yeah, so far the Alpha Tauris, Bob will start in 15th because of the absence of Brad. But nevertheless, it looks like Shakes is battling a bit to put a lap up. The Alpine guys, they are not looking too shabby. Stoffel currently in 6th position. And the other one, Storm, yeah, he also needs to put a lap. So a bit of pressure on the teammates there, of these two guys. And then, yeah, as I said, that Shakes gets rid of that, puts in a 110.1. Hopefully that was the same tire that he did it on. Yes, it was, looks to be. So he's not going to use that set again. This track is very abrasive and aggressive on the tracks, on the tires. So he'll probably just bin those softs that he's on at the moment. Right, let's see who else is on track. Stoffel is out on track in the Williams. So good showing by the Williams. Stoffel currently in 7th and his teammate Saki in 10th. So far they will go through. The cutoff at the moment is Storm Willis. And Bob can set a lap up. So yeah, let's go on board with our Premier Division driver Bob. He's in the Alpha Tauri. And they are doing super well in the Premier Division at the moment. Alpha Tauri are leading the Constructors Combined Championship at the moment from the Red Bull Racing guys. And some really good performance by Bob and by Josh in the Premier Division in the first 2 races of this 18 race season at FTR. So as he comes through the Wall of Champions, but nicely done. Yeah, he's just going to go through. I don't think he's going to put it up. Yeah, let's just slow down nicely. There we go. And he's put a lap up. There we go. Well done for that, Bob. Good job done there. So Reaper is out on an out lap at the moment. Chaplin. So if everything looks to be okay, I don't think Bob's going to have another go. He might just have another go. But he can qualify in the top 15 if he wants. He's allowed to be in Q2. He's just not allowed to put a lap on in Q2. So we'll see how that goes for him. So far, if Bob stays the way that he's doing now, which is very sportsmanlike by him, so well done, Bob. Everyone will go through except for Bob. He will start at the back of the grid as a Premier Division driver. And you can see the guys retiring left, right, and centre. So seems like everyone has had a look at the track. Let's see what Stoffel can do. Can he go faster than what he's done? Yes, he goes 2.5 tenths quicker. So well done, Stoffel. 5th at the moment with a 110 and 305. But I tell you what, these 109.5s is really, really good lap times by the Red Bull guys. And it looks like they've gone all out. Because if there is more pace to find, my word, this is going to be interesting. That's almost time trial time, so well done to these guys. Right, Shakes us in the pits, Bob's just popping in, Reaper's still in the pit, Storm's just, yeah, Storm has actually put up a very nice lap, a 110.5. So he slotted himself into 8th position. Tapiwa saying good luck, Storm and Salters with Bob, I'm not so sure. We all agree, Tapiwa. And then Razor obviously supporting the Red Bull team. So nice to have you all as company this evening with me. And yeah, that's qualifying 1 done. So the timer has ticked off. I don't see anyone. It's just Stoffel that's on track. He'll probably just pop into the pits Reaper had a big moment, and unfortunately we were not on board with him there. But it's a slightly wrecked Aston Martin there. You can see the nose cone is completely missing. So he's, yeah, he just wants to get to the pits. Stoffel jumping into the pit, so that's his qualifying done. So we've just lost Bob, and very well done there by Bob, getting in the way of the guys going through to the next qualifying round. And that is qualifying done. So we'll just wait for Codemasters to get us the final result for Q1. And then it's off to Q2, and there we will lose 5 drivers, only the top 10 that will go through to the next round. So confirmation for you, Nick Gishan and Arno sitting the early place in the Red Bulls, followed by the Alpha Tauri of Shakes, Warlock in the Alfa Romeo in 4th, and then we've got the Williams of Stoffel, his teammate Saki is in 11th. We've got the McLaren of Teacher, he's in 6th position, his teammate 14th, and then Ferrari of Giaberta and Tunable. But going into this race, Giaberta will take a let's just have a look here, a 5-race penalty for causing a collision in the previous race, which is still found him guilty for. So, but that will be on his race finish time. Right, so we'll just wait for everyone to ready up, and we'll be back in Q2. So welcome back. If you just joined us, it's Q2 here in Canada for Division 2, 15 drivers all the way out. It was the Red Bulls that set the early pace in qualifying 1 with 109, so let's see if they can get into the 109s again. I did say we'll pop in a bit with Giaberta. He is in a Ferrari, beautiful looking car. His teammate tunable. So Gerard is, let's get on board with Gerard. He is currently, it looks like, on a hot lap. So we will talk tires very soon. Gerard is out on the mediums. So let's see what he can put up. So far, everyone on the mediums except for Reaper, okay, but they're all in the pits really. So everyone out on the mediums, so definitely everyone wants to go maybe for a one-stopper, medium hard, or even medium soft. So let's see what the guys can get up to. We are here with Giaberta. It looks like a good lap so far. Very nice and clean, a 110.5 by Warlock on the mediums. That's really quick. Let's see where this is going to put Berta. 110.1 by Nick Gishan. A 110.8 by Berta. That is a really fast lap by him. So hats off to here for 110.8, Warlock 110.5, Saki Biana 110.3, Nick Gishan 110.1. So the guys are very close to each other. There is only half a tenth difference between the medium and the softs. You might expect the guys to get into a 109.9 with the mediums, but anyway, that is good enough. So Arne is currently on a lap as well. So let's see. Arne is invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to start all over again. Everyone's in the pit. Stoffel, Ron with a 111.097. Stoffel currently on track. He is on a flyer. Yes, he is. Oh, don't run too wide there. Nice camera shot there by Codemasters. It looks like one of the Ferraris getting out of the way there. Might have picked up some damage there, but Stoffel nevertheless gone through. In the Williams, currently his teammate Saki Biana in second, so that's a really good time. I don't think Saki needs to get out again. I think that time is good enough to maybe get him through. Let's see if Stoffel's got anything to say about that. He had the upper hand in Saki in Q1, slightly faster than Saki. So let's see where this puts Stoffel. This is going to put him in third. So Saki taking one back on his teammate in qualifying 2. Well done by the 2 Williams guys. That is brilliant to see. Let's see who else is out on track. Teacher, yeah, just finished his lap. He's 3 seconds up. So wow, this looks like a really good lap by him. This is his probably his second lap on those mediums. So you don't want to take too much out of your tires. Tunable in the Ferrari goes 7th. Pierre now all the way down into 5th. Warlock moving him out of 4th. Let's see where this is going to put Teacher. Is this going to be 101.10.1? Wow, what a good lap by him. That slots him up into 2nd. So he's meaning business in the McLaren. Good lap by him. And that pushes Bertha down to 7th. Warlock down into 6th. Ron is 8th. Tunable 9th. Esotronic 11th. Let's have a look. Reaper still in the pit. Soulsmeister, here we go. It is the 2 Alpines going out in tandem. It's Soulsmeister and Storm Willis. Soulsmeister out first. Shakes, he is on an out lap. So we'll keep on, but it looks like the 2 Alpines is going up in the soft, so they really want to do something different. Probably hoping to get away good from the start, have good traction, get into turn 1, try to build a gap. But there is only half a second between the softs and the mediums, so it's nice making way there from one of the Red Bulls. I suspect that is Arnold Gijs, yeah, making nicely way for them. He's done 2 laps on those mediums. Like I said, you don't want to take too much out of those tires because you might use them in the race, or might use that extra grip in the race. Shakes is on an out lap, so we'll grab Shakes as he goes through. Expect the 2 Alpines to be very quick, Soulsmeister and Storm Willis. On those softs, expect them to get in there with the guys. So Geerberta slapped on the softs, so he's just sitting and waiting. He's thinking that 110.8 might not be good enough. And rightly so, with the 2 Alpines on softs, they're just here to mix it up. Which might force Ron, Geerberta and Warlock to go out again, if needed. Right, so Soulsmeister was the first Alpines to get out, so let's see how he's going along. So no purple sector in sector 1 for him. But you can expect him to be very close to the 110 flats. On those slots, maybe even get into the 109s. Takes this corner lovely. You can see the back end just wants to step out from him. Shakes is still on the mediums. He is, so let's just see what Shakes get up to. The Mercedes making nice way for him there. I suspect that is Esotronic. Yes, it is. Oh, invalidated. I'm not sure why. It only picks up invalidation now. But anyway, Shakes is going to have to go again. Chaplin at the back of the field. He's on a brand new set of softs. He is currently 14th. He's in sector 2. Right, Soulsmeister popping in there with a 110.6. That's good enough for 8th at the moment. That pushes Geerberta down into 9th. Tunable into 10th. And I do think that those 2 Ferraris would like to start in the top 10. this evening. It's all about Shakes, Chaplin, Storm Willis, Reaper, and Isitronic, if they can knock these guys out. So let's see the first run from Chaplin. Where's this going to put him? That's a 112, so that is good enough for 10th at the moment, but you expect there is more in that McLaren of his. I just want to see, Shakes is on another lap. He is in sector 3. Didn't invalidate this time around. And you really need to push hard on this track. And unfortunately, with that comes penalties if you really go all out. But Shakes currently, he's chasing to make himself safe, probably a 110.5. If you can get very close to that, that will probably secure him to go through. Just under 5 minutes left. Very good Wall of Champions exit there by Shakes. Yeah, there we go. What a lap. A 110 flat. I was expecting that. Brilliant stuff by Shakes. So that slots him up into a first position in Q2. That pushes Geerberta into 10th. So in the drop zone, and people under threat at the moment is definitely, you would think, Stoffel on the mediums, Warlock on the mediums, Ron on the softs, Geerberta, he's on softs, but he hasn't gone out yet. Chaplin is coming into the pits. Tunable, what is he about to do? Isitronic is also out. Storm Willis is out. So let's keep an eye out and see who can upset the apple cart here in terms of Warlock, Stoffel, Ron, and Geerberta. Right, so the question asked here by Gerrit Kotze on the stream is that can a Premier Division driver participate in Tier 2? Yes, he can. The rule of thumb this season is that it's all about the teams. It's not so much about the drivers, although I know everyone wants to win the World Championship. But that's why we have a constructors combined prize money at the end of the season, not per division anymore. But if your team has got a problem with one of their drivers not being able to race, you can replace him with a Premier Division driver, as long as he qualifies or retires in Q2 and starts from 15th. He can use whatever assists he would like, but he needs to start 15th, and he needs to... if he's anywhere in the top 3, he will be moved down to 4th, so he will only get 4th, but there will be no points for that driver. It will go to the team. So in essence, the reserve driver for that night will not be part of the top 3. If he finishes 3rd, he will be 4th. If he finishes 4th, he will stay 4th. But yeah, that's just to keep it nice and tidy. I hope I've explained that nicely in Gerrit. Right, Wes is saying all the best for the guys in the Mercs tonight. Get some good points. Yeah, the Mercs doesn't look too bad. Ron at the moment in 9th. I expect to see them go out again. Geerberta's out. This is going to be interesting. Ron, so Isitronic, he is currently out. I want to see what his sector 1 times is like. He's a bit off the pace, so he needs a good 3 seconds to get himself into the top 10. Reaper currently in the pits. Storm Willis is out on a lap. I just want to see what Geerberta does. He's on softs at the moment, but got a funny suspicion he's not pushing too much. Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in Q2, but he is in trouble in the cutoff zone. That is if Chaplin can improve. You expect his teammate to get a lap together, although he's invalidated. He's going back to the pits. Isitronic, let's see, not sure what his sector 2 times were, but Storm Willis can upset the apple cart here if he gets a good lap in on those softs, because he can put Geerberta out of Q3. So with Reaper hasn't been out, so it's going to be interesting to see what the guys do there. Right, Mkharat saying thank you, all good. Shout if there's anything else Mkharat needs some clarification on. And yeah, he's obviously supporting Saki. So his team is actually it's actually Reaper and Carl Helsinger. Carl, hopefully someone sent Carl an invite. I think we sent him plenty. But yeah, he can still join the lobby on anyone. It is a friends only lobby, so I'm pretty sure Carl can get into the lobby. The same with Nike. She's also battling to connect to the service this evening. But yeah, Gerard Kotze's team is actually Reaper and Carl Heltinger, but nevertheless, he's supporting. He's one of the drivers in Saki, which is sitting pretty. So at the moment, it looks all good for the guys on the medium. So softs will be Salzmeister and Stoffel. Just want to see with Kia Butta, he's invalidated his lap. Is Storm Willis going to upset the apple cart here? Storm hasn't set a lap time up yet, so we're not sure what to gauge him on. But he is going through the hairpin now. So let's see what Storm can do. Right, Storm coming through now, the Wall of Champions. Let's see what he can do. Keeps it nice and tidy. He needs a 110.8. 110.7. So that slots him into 10th. That pushes Butta out to 11th. Butta is half a 10th up. So I think he's realized he needs to put a lap in now. He's just been pushed down to 11th. Chaplin, let's have a look at Chaplin just to see where his Butta is. Chaplin, I don't think he's going to improve. The Citronic in a pits. Tunable is not going to improve. Reaper's not going to improve. So it's all really up to Kia Butta, and he's invalidated. So that's qualifying over for him. Unfortunately invalidated. I think it's just under the bridge section. So he's not going to have another go. He's not going to have time to have another go at this. So he will miss out on Q3. He will start all the way in 11th. So not a good night for the Ferrari team. 11th and 14th. So no Ferraris in the Q3. So good job there by Storm. A very pressure lap by him to get him into qualifying 3. Great lap by him. So well done to you, Storm. Chapman creeping into the pits. And there we are. We will just wait for Goatmasters to give us the final results for Q2. Right, there we go. Confirmation for you. Guys, starting on the mediums this evening in Canada will be Shakes, Nick, the teacher, Annegoos, Sakibena, Stoffel, Warlock, and Ron Skitter. Guys, starting on the slots will only be Salzmeister and Storm Willis. They felt the need to go onto the slots to get themselves through. And then guys losing out on Q3 will be Geerbertha, Chaplin, Isatronic, and Tunable. So as we head into Q3, it's all about pole position. See who can get bragging rights for pole. The nice thing about the guys outside of the top 10 is they can start on a fresh set of rubbers. And we've seen that sometimes that's not the worst thing that can happen to a driver in this F1 2021 game, is to start 11th or 12th on a brand new set of tyres. And also tyre choice. Right, so here we go. We are into qualifying 3 tonight. This is the third race of the season. Austria done and dusted, won by Nick Gishen and the Red Bull. Another Red Bull victory in Brazil last week by Arne. Who's it going to be tonight? Is it going to be one of the Red Bull guys swapping it around again? Is it going to be Nick's turn? Is it going to be Arne? Is Salzmeister maybe going to have a go at that? Sak is showing some really good pace. And then obviously we've got Shakes, who looks very ominous in that Alpha Tauri. Right, so as the guys go out on their first run, everyone will be on the softs. It's going to be interesting to see how many softs everyone's got available. Pit lane open, Arno out, Nick out. It looks like Salzmeister's gone out. Shakes has immediately popped out. Stoffel is out on track already. And the first driver that we've got on track is a Warlock. So we haven't really spent time with Warlock, so we are going to jump in with him in the Alfa Romeo on his hot lap to see how Warlock, and I'm going to try and take you through a hot lap with him. Yeah, Joshua Lee is saying send it, Storm. I tell you what, that was a pressure. Very good lap there by Storm to get himself into Q3. And hopefully he can carry that momentum into this next 10.5 minutes. Right, so as promised, let's get on board with the Alpha Tauri, or the Alfa Romeo of Warlock. Right, so DRS wide open into turn 1. You can probably cut this more than you think. Yes, third, fourth, brilliant. Second, get rotation in the car, get into third. Car looks nice and stable. Run a little bit wide here, get the entry, nice. Don't try to invalidate that. He actually did pretty well not invalidating that. That was clean. Hug the inside. Now this off-camber corner, stays in third, gets into fourth. Yeah, get the rotation through there. DRS and wide open. This is your second DRS on this lap. And then just flick the car in fourth gear, flick it into the left-hand pit. Most hated hairpin coming up. You want to stay as far right as possible. Open up the corner for you. Brake in a straight line. Turn the car. Let the mechanical grip do all the work for you. Get on the throttle as quick as possible. DRS wide open now. Third DRS zone of Canada. The Jacques Villeneuve circuit. So let's see what he does with the Wall of Champions. This looks a little bit tentative. Probably missed his braking point turn in. But that lap looked so good. And the Wall of Champions it really cost him probably about 3/10 there. So I would have expected that would have probably been a 109.7 by Warlock. But nevertheless, a very good lap there by Warlock. Let's have a look at the Alpha, or the Arno Gous popping at a 109.94 or 109.49. Negation a 108.8. My word, that is a super lap time by Negation. I tell you what, I'm not sure where that lap comes from, but yeah, I'm speechless. That's ridiculously fast. So the two Red Bulls at the moment, first and second, followed by Teacher in the McLaren. Let's just see who else. Saki has invalidated his lap. Shakes is on a lap. He's in sector 2 at the moment. I tell you what, it's going to take some driving to beat that 108.8 by Negation. Right, that is seriously a very good lap by him. Shakes. Now he's going to get some assistance. Yeah, the Red Bull getting nice out of the way. You do not want to give your competition anything to go with. It's making sure that he doesn't get a drag. Let's see how Shakes handle the pressure of the last corner, the Wall of Champions. Not invalidating that. Oh, runs a bit wide there. But I tell you what, that was very well done. Probably the best I've seen so far. A 109.3, that puts him up into third. Saki Biene, he is slowing down. Is he going to have another go? No, he jumps into the pits. Ron Skitter is on a lap in the Mercedes. He is in sector 3, but it doesn't look like it's been the cleanest win. Let's see. 105, 106, 107, 108. Is he going to get into the 109? 110.7 for Ron. That is good enough for 7. So well done by the Mercedes driver. Stoffel currently in 8th. With a 110. Saki invalidated his laps. And Storm hasn't been out yet. You would expect him to maybe have only one run in Q3 due to using the softs in Q2. But at the moment, it is Negation who's got more than 3/10s on. Well, it's Warlock that popped into second. So didn't see that lap from Warlock. The 109.1. What a lap by him. I knew there was more in that lap. after he's messed up slightly the Wall of Champions. Arno now down all the way over the 109.4 in 4th. So Nick Gishan, a good 3.5 tenths, or just over 3 tenths difference between him and Warlock. And Arno, as I say that, Arno goes with a 108.858. My word, the times are coming down here. He's done 3 laps on those softs, so he's really taken really good care of those tires. What a lap by Arno. The 2 Red Bull guys are on it. This is fierce competition. Absolutely love it. Nick Gishan in the pits, so he's the first one in pits. He's definitely going to have another go. 5 minutes left, just over 5 minutes. And he will definitely have another go at this. So Storm is on track. We'll follow Storm around and see what he can get up to. Okay, so Chino was saying Nick got a nice slipstream there from Saki. Yeah, it is so, if you get your timing right, Chino, you can literally get a tenth or two, maybe even more on that straight. And if you can carry it onto through here as well, that will be great for you, but definitely a help for him. Yeah, so Nick has become very fast. Yeah, it seems like the wheel for Nick Gishan is working 100%. He also got a wheel for himself. Seems like it's working nicely for him. And yeah, Premier Division. I tend to agree with that. Maybe they can demote me down to Division 2. I think I'd like the Division 2. I think I'm basically on the Division 2 pace, not really on the Premier Division pace. Oh, Storm runs a bit wide there. That's going to jeopardize this lap. At the moment, Saki's on an outlap on a new pair of softs. Everyone's on outlaps except Arno. So we'll jump on board with Nick and the guys when they actually get that going. Alright, so I'm pretty sure Arno didn't get any slipstream from anyone. But let's see what Storm puts up here. Is this going to be a 110.7? It's 111.5. That's good enough for 9th at the moment. Saki is on an outlap. Ron is on an outlap again, getting those softs nice and warm. To see on our tracker where he is, it looks like one of the Red Bulls is going to start his lap very soon. So we'll get on board with Red Bull and we'll probably swap between him and Warlock to see. So yeah, we'll jump on this hot laps. This is Nick's probably last run on this 3.5 minutes left. So he started. Let's follow him around. And we'll also jump between him and Warlock to see where's the gains. As it looks like Arno's coming out of the pits. Let's have a look at Nick's sector 1 times. Oh, that looks very nice and tidy from Nick Gishan. So yeah, half 500's up for him. Warlock is invalidated, so he's going to have to start all over again. So we can put our focus back on Nick Gishan. And see what he does in sector 2. Is he going to be up or down, and how much? And can he catch it up if he's a little bit down? He needs literally just 500s or 500s down again. So very consistent on the lap. No green sectors for him so far in this. But I tell you what, if you nail the Wall of Champions, that can be 210. So is he going to push for this? Is he going to risk it all? Is he going to slap it into the wall, or is this going to be the 10th that he's looking for? Throws it in, but oh my word, that was close. Is this gonna be? No, it's not. No, it's not. Lost maybe a bit of time there, but definitely saved it. But that was really close by Nick Gishan. My word. Very happy we were on board with that. Teacher, he is in sector 2. Let's see if he's up or down. Oh wow, almost 2.5 tenths up by Teacher. So yeah, he needs a couple more to get onto the second row of the grid and display Shakes. Shakes is invalidated his lap. Let's have a look at what Ron is up to. Ron's invalidated his lap. He's going to start all over again. So let's get on board with the Mercedes driver here. Ron, we haven't been on board with him. And let's see how he goes about this. Ron currently in 8th. He really needs 300ths of a second to get himself up above a Salzmeister. He needs probably about another 5 tenths or so to get him ahead of Saki. But anything is possible. So let's see what he does in sector 1. They're a little bit tentative through that right-hander, which I think everyone is ready, but he is almost 3.5 tenths up. A big spin there, and it looks like one of the Alpines. That might have been either Stoffel or Saki. I'm not sure who that was. But this looks very good by Ron. Oh, keep it together. Very good results from Ron. He was the podium sitter last week. Lost 2 tenths there. He's a 10.5 up. But yeah, podium sitter last week in Brazil. Got a third. Kept it nicely together in a chaotic race. So all looks good for Ron. Can he get ahead of Salzmeister? Maybe lost a bit too much. Probably not going to get ahead of Saki. But let's see. Where's this gonna pop Ron? It moves him up on Salzmeister. I tell you what, if he did not mess up that part, he would have probably popped into 6th position. But nevertheless, that is good by Ron. Stops him up into 7th. Salzmeister, in reply, he's a 10.5 up just to take that position back. So let's see. Stoffel is also on track, but yeah, he's slightly down. Storm is not going to have time. So that's it for Storm. Qualifying over. Stoffel's not going to improve. Salzmeister, let's look at his sector 2 time. 2.5 tenths up. That might bring him in contention with Ron. But it looks like it for now. And Nick Gishin goes fastest with a 1:08.781. 3 laps on those softs, and he beats his teammate by a less than a tenth of a second. So the 2 Red Bulls are at it. Well done by these 2. Nick Gishin, a 1:08.781. Arnu in 2nd. Shakes in 3rd. Warlock in 4th. Teacher. It looks like Ron's just gone faster on a 1:09.878. My word. That slots him up into 5th position. What a lap by Ron. That pushes Salzmeister down to 7th, Saki down to 8th, and Stoffel in 9th, and Storm in 10th. But it is a Red Bull dominance again, 3rd week in a row. We saw that in Austria in qualifying. We saw that in Brazil. And once again here in Canada. But it is a very long race. It's 35 laps here. Penalties will play a huge role. You can see the amount of red that popped up on our screen this evening. Wall of Champions will play a role. Full fuel loads, cold tires. This will be fun. We gaan uit you two in Division 2. No. I think I must just move down. Pull a bit of rank there. But anyway, that is Q3 done for you. It looks all good. Tell you what a lap by Ron Skitter. And I wasn't on board with them, and what a pity it was. But hopefully you can put it on to the Discord channel so everyone can have a look at that lap of his, because that is really outperforming himself this evening. So there we have it. It's the 2 Red Bulls on the front row. Wow. Very happy team principal tonight. That I am. 2 Red Bulls on the front row. Then you've got Shakes and Alpha Tauri in 3rd, Warlock in 4th in Alfa Romeo. Ron in a Mercedes, we were just talking about his lap in 5th. Teacher in 6th in the McLaren. Then you've got one of the Alpine, Salzmeister in 7th, the other Alpine, Storm Willis in 10th, and then the 2 Williams, 8th and 9th. And Stoffel doing a stellar job sticking with Saki and making sure that the Williams are within the top 10. Right, if you have been jumping in between the cricket, maybe on Super Sport, or you've been watching some Paralympics, now's the time to join us. There is 35 laps of sheer driving pleasure waiting for you here. It is Division 2 here in Canada. It's the third round in FTR Season 4, the much-awaited season for us. On the brand new F2021 game, it is the two Red Bulls that's on pole, Nikish and Arne Koos. We've got Shakes in third. We've got Carl Halsinger that eventually joined. He's starting on a fresh set of mediums. And we've also got a Nike. So a bit of a mix-up with the cars there, it looks to be. But I'm sure we'll sort that out afterwards. Carl in the Alfa Romeo, he should have been in the Aston Martin. But nevertheless, it is what it is. Bob starting in 16th. So watch out for Bob coming through the field on those brand new softs of him. And then you can have a look. Everyone starting on the mediums. So guys, to watch out for Salzmeister in the top 10 on the softs. And then further down, you can also Storm Willis on the softs. A great lap by him that we saw to get him through to Q3. And then Bertha decides to go for the mediums. Chaplin is Electronica on tyre choices of their preferred. It is the softs for them. And I'm joined by one of the team principals and our new management member, newly found member, Super D. Ding, ding, ding.
How's it, Avalanche? Evening stream.
It's nice to have you with me, mate. I'll tell you what, it was a exciting qualifying. A great lap by Ron Skitter, saw him popping it up into fifth. A great lap by Storm Willis to get him into the top 10. My word, that was a pressure lap. Kicking Fear Bertha out. And then obviously we're watching out for Bob. It's going to be interesting. He's decided to go for the softs. So good run for him. A bit of a testing session for tomorrow night.
Yeah,
so,
I'm expecting a two-stopper because the spot stop is minimal.
Absolutely. So, and it also looks like the track is very aggressive on tires. So I don't think it's going to be that easy on the hards. As the two back ones are really up, Nike and Carl Helsinger, they in each other's cars. So for Carl Helsinger, they might be hanging a red or a pink boot or something by the mirror. Anyway, it is a couple of lights. We are waiting for Code Masters to get on our way, and like always, we just wait. And away we go. Yeah, away we go. So good start there by Nick, good start by Arnu. Everything in. Ooh, Brad going on the inside. There's a bit of contact between him and Arnu. Nick getting away nicely. Nothing serious. It looks like everyone's gotten through nice and clean.
And let me just watch the back of the pack. See, everything is fine at the back, Avalanche. It doesn't look like anybody lost the wing. So good first corner by Tier 2.
I tell
nice
you what,
respectful racing.
Brilliant by the guys. So you can already see Buerta's up into 9, so he's made a couple of positions up. Storm Willis losing out, Saki losing out. And it also looks like Salzmeister's made a position up. Oh, on the inside there's contact. There's big contact between Stoffel and it looked like it was Salzmeister. So a night for the stewards. I just want to see if Salzmeister has retired. No, he's not.
No, it's just got wing damage, Avalanche. His left end plate is missing.
Alright, so he's going to have to jump into the pits. It's going to be interesting to see, and maybe D, you can have a look at what he pits for. But that car's not going to be drivable like that. There's just no way. Right, further up the front, we've got Nick Gishen that is ahead, and Arnu is getting chased down by Shakes. Shakes all over Arnu at the moment, so some really good pace shown here. But oh, tell you what, that was close by Shakes. Getting a bit impatient there. There's 3 DRS zones here this evening, so just buy your time, take it easy, save that DRS, and then wait for the DRS to come your way.
Yeah, no, Avalanche. And I think it's all about keeping your nose clean in this race, and not trying to spin out, because this track is very tricky with traction. So yeah, it's all about patience and putting pressure on the next guy, force him into mistakes.
Yeah, we also spoke about, well, I also spoke a little about penalties and track limits a bit earlier. So that's another thing that might come into play later on. As we get confirmation from Codemaster, 2-stopper, medium, soft, medium. Expect the guys in on lap 13. And then you can do a medium, medium, soft as well. But I tell you what, Shakes looks very racy. He's pulling Warlock with him at the moment. And then a bit of a big gap behind Ron and Teacher having a go at each other here.
I'll jump into that one.
Right, so Nick crosses the line first. Yeah, he's ahead of Arnu, ahead of Shakes.
It's shaping to be a nice close race between the top 4 Avalanche. I mean, they're all within DRS of each other, so that should get interesting.
We're going to have a DRS train, a little bit of a gap there between themselves and Ron, but he's been followed closely by Teacher. And Gia Botha is all over the back of Saki at the moment. So Botha, Saki and Stoffel also very close here. Botha, everyone on the mediums. Strangely enough, the soft guys really lost out on the race start. So everyone that started on the softs in the top 10 sort of like losing out. So good choice by the guys in the mediums. I'm on board currently with Botha in the Ferrari. He's got DRS now. A little bit maybe too far away. I want to jump to the front again. So Arne has sort of like dropped Shakes, but not much. Shakes still in DRS, is it? No, he's just outside.
No,
of
just
DRS.
out. Yeah.
Right, so good there by Arne to getting outside of DRS, but Warlock has got DRS on Shakes. A little bit too far. And we spoke about that DRS train, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Gia Botha all over the back of Saki, both of them in DRS. Get this nice and clean. There we go, nice and clean by both of them. Shakes.
Exotronica got terminal. Exotronica got terminal, went side by side with Reaper. I don't know what happened there. Reaper's going into pits. On the straight avalanche, I don't know what happened there. They might have collided with each other, or not giving each other space.
Oh
but
my word.
Yeah, it ended up Exotronica hitting the wall and terminaling.
Yeah, that's going to be one for the stewards. So I just want to have a look at where that Mercedes is. In the middle of the track. There we go.
Yeah.
There it goes now. Unfortunately for Sean, safety car is out. So safety car will be out for 3 laps. So you can expect him in around about lap 6. I
reckon soft runners put for mediums now, Avalanche, and then they can basically have one more stop left.
Yeah, I can see Carl has already popped into the pits. He slapped on a pair of hearts. Reaper's jumped into the pits, obviously because of damage. He's slapped on brand new set of mediums. But no one else out yet into the pits. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I think Carl's going to struggle on that hards. Yes, it's the hards on this track with traction is extremely
Well, I tell you what,
difficult.
I saw that in the league race on Friday night. And I don't want to give anything away to people because obviously it's a battle for the teams, but I tell you what, you do not want to be on hards on this track. You do not want to be. I saw everyone battle in their Premier Division, their Division 2, Division 3. Everyone was just battling with the hards. Pit early on the safety car and just couldn't get the hards to work. I had nose damage, couldn't make the corners, had no entry, no nose. It was very difficult.
You don't want to touch the hards on this track, eh?
So we'll see, but Carl has got sort of like the nickname of Mr. Carl the Hard. He can make hard work. He's come and win races on 26 lap old hards when Codemaster tell you it's only about 16 laps on the hards and he's done 25 of them. So we'll have a look. We'll have a look.
Let's see if we can pull it off. Let's see if we can do some of that magic. If we can bring some of that Carl Hard magic.
I tell you what, I speak to Carl on a regular basis and what a nice guy he is. So hopefully he can do something from there. Unfortunately for the top runners, Nick and Arne, that basically brings down the gap that they built over Shakes. Although Shakes has got a 3-second penalty, it looks to be. Let's just have a look.
Yeah, and it looks like our soft runners all went for that pit avalanche. They all went for that mediums now. So safety car benefiting them and probably saving them a couple of seconds on their normal pit stop.
Yeah, most definitely. So Bob, Reaper, Chaplin, Carl, Storm, Salzmeister, they all jumped into the pits to put other sets of tyres on. So, like you say, these guys are 4-lap old mediums, and that's the tyres that they qualified on. So it's basically 6-lap old, 7-lap old mediums already. So it might just give them the edge. They might just be able to push these mediums. I know mediums is probably 16 laps pushing it. That will take them to lap 21. I'm not sure if you're going to get 12 laps out of the softs, but you never know. Maybe another safety car, keep track position. Anything is possible. Yeah,
but like I said also, these tires seem to fall off a cliff very quickly as soon as they AJ. They're maybe 50% of where they need to be before you pit, and they start falling off a cliff already with regards to lap time.
Absolutely. And I actually had a discussion today with one of the guys regarding traction and no traction. And it seems like the guys with traction off just battles a bit more when the tires get to that 43 percent wear, whereas the medium traction guys who uses that assist just get a bit more out of the tires still then. So
yeah, no, definitely.
it is going to be interesting. I know majority of everyone here is on medium traction. I don't think there's anyone that is on traction off, as far as I know, but I could be mistaken. It looks like Arnu. What happened to Arnu? So Arnu went from 2nd to 9th.
I have no idea. He might have had an incident or something, I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks like he lost a lot of places. Yes.
I tell you what, that's not good for him. He's got really some good pace. Now he's stuck behind Burt on the Ferrari. Yeah. Who's probably going to hold him up a little bit. He's got Saki in front of him, Stoffel. And he's not really racing those guys. He's racing
Teacher.
He's really racing Nick, Shakes and Warlock. So, probably a bad mistake.
And he hasn't put it also, eh?
No, he hasn't.
And he hasn't put it, yeah.
I think that was probably a spin out, trying to get the tyres warm. Just lost the car and, yeah.
Possibly, most likely.
As a team principal,
he's not going to put,
I'm scratching my head at the moment and trying to understand what went wrong there. I'm also pretty sure yourself, in terms of an Alpine, you're watching out for your drivers.
16 and 17, yeah, no, definitely. So I'm hoping that the safety car comes trumpet and make a lot of places up under the pit windows for the other drivers. So let's hope that works out for them, because I see they're sitting 16th and 17th at the moment.
Yeah, so we are racing again. It's lap 7 of 35. We're back to racing again. Nick Ishin leading. Shakes pulling a nice gap there. Warlock falling a bit behind. Then we've got a big gap between Teach and Ron. Ron keeping it nice. Oh, there's stuff coming here. Saki, Geerberta, Arnu. These guys are so close to each other, looking very racing. Oh, Saki loses the back end. Berta comes fast. Arnu comes fast. That corner is a hated corner for me. That off camber, uphill, left, right hander, my word, the traction off that car just doesn't sit.
What traction, Avalanche? What traction?
Yeah, no, I agree. I tell you what, I saw your time trial time and you are, Gerard Berta runs wide. Oh, there's contact. So I want to see if Arnu's got damage there. Big contact, it looks like it was Stoffel that lost the rear. I can't see damage on that Red Bull, can I? No, as a team principal, I am breathing. I am. Right, so clear with that. But hey, I saw your time trial times, just getting back to that. I'm not sure what you're complaining about on this track. To get into the 107s on time trial, my man.
One doesn't mean nothing.
No, don't talk, no. I would not say what you're not supposed to say to the Pope. Let's keep it there. But this is a family-friendly channel. So if you don't know Super D, Dominic Lee, he's part of our management, he's joined us this week. He's the team principal for the Alpines, and currently his drivers are in 14th and 15th. So, I'm talking a lot of nonsense. Your drivers are actually 15th.
Yeah. 14 and 15
So what can you do from a team principal from here? What was your discussion before the race? Obviously you speak to your Division 2 drivers.
Yeah, so my Division 2 drivers basically brand new to the game. They've had the game for 3 weeks now, jumped on the game. So at this point in time, I'm telling them to get used to the mechanics of the game, go out, have fun, enjoy yourself, and try to make the best of it while you're learning the game and learning mechanics, and watch your videos to see how these pros take the corners, where they're saving time, where they're making up time. Just the basics for now. Just till they get the hang of the game and they can start slowly improving. We don't want to put too much pressure on them right now.
I tell you what, that is really good advice to your drivers. We're obviously a very close league. Cut out just the ranking up a 3-second penalty there. But team principals, we're talking about guys like Saki for the Williams, yourself for the Alpines. We've got Josh for the AlphaTauris, who is currently leading the Constructors' Championship, myself for the Red Bull team, yourself even, I tell you what, this is getting heated between Berta and Ron. I'm going to just stop that conversation there for now. Gerard he's going to go on the outside, he's going to try to undercut him, is he? Gives him nice space on the inside, well done by both drivers. Gerard will get DRS here, Ron will not get. And there we go, Gerard gets the DRS.
And that can be on the start finish straight, he'll also get a DRS again.
Yeah, so that will be a double whammy for him.
Yeah.
So Khaled goes nicely through there, Ron goes nicely through. Arnu is losing so much time at the moment behind these guys, and he just looks like he can't find a way past them. But getting back to our conversation, we've got team principals in Saki, myself, yourself, Josh, we've got Yaku Narkol for the McLaren. And your season so far, you have 2 races now gone, Austria and Brazil. Teammate compared, you are teaming up with
Tormund
Kills, and Tormund Kills actually winning last week, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was 0-2. Yeah.
No, it was Josh had actually won the race, but he then got penalized for an incident with Ruan. And then that means Tormund took the win. So that's
very happy Alpine team for that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And obviously, there is a bitter inter-rivalry between drivers, within teams. I know Razor was substantially faster than me in the beginning of the season. He's out for a while now, so we'll keep on monitoring when he comes back. So Armin's got DRS, comes past Ron.
There we go. Nice overtake.
Yeah, Hannah jumps into the pits. So let's see what Bertha puts on. So lap 11. What is he going to do? Why is he
probably
so
mediums
early?
again or softs again. Probably mediums or softs. One of
Does
the
he
two.
have damage? No damage. Goes for mediums again. I'm quite surprised because the mediums that he started on would have been new. Wow, he's at 3 laps under the safety car.
You can probably go to lap 25 now with that mediums average, and then it's probably going to put for lap the last 10 laps for the softs.
I tell you what, that might just be a brilliant undercut for him on the guys in front of him. He's got Nike in front of him, and he's got obviously Storm all at the back end of him. But anyway, inter-team rivalries between yourself and Tormund. Tormund having a very good finish last week with 30 points to his bag, and he's slightly ahead of you in the championship. Does that bug you? Does it bug your team? Is it all about the team really, or do you? How do you do this?
So, look, it's not really. I haven't thought about it. It's still very early, so it doesn't bug me. Look, I do want to push for the championship at the end of the day, and I'm sure Tormund wants to do the same. But team first, you know what I'm saying? So we work as a team first. If we can manage and we can fight each other at the end or give each other position, then we do that. You understand? But at this point, it's not really. It's just about the team finishing up high as possible, or close as possible and high as possible, and just accumulating those points.
Yeah, so Soulsmeister, he's going for a move on Reaper on the inside. Yes, he does. He's going to make the stick, runs wide, closes the door nicely. And, yeah, so he's gone through on Reaper. He needs to build that gap now. So, yeah, there we go. Alpine up into 10th position. Luckily, this season, you get points up into 12th. So, yeah, so Storm needs to catch up maybe a little bit, and you can have double points scored tonight.
Yeah. So for Souls to be in P10, third race of the season, third race.
I tell you what,
in his entire career, he's doing well. He's doing well for a new driver to the game.
So the early days still, like you said, only 2 races gone. This is week 3 of 18. Oh, Soulsmeister, you're giving your team principal a heart attack here.
Yeah, he's got his DRS stuck on here. I don't know what's going on. He's put his DRS off. Excuse me, I think his DRS permanently on here.
Oh my word. He's probably trying to just get away from Reaper at the moment. But he's doing a good job so far. Teams to look out for. So we've seen a lot of surprises this season on the new game. Obviously we know each game that comes out favors different drivers. We've seen that. We've seen that with Jacques Lacranci. We've seen that with Chavez. We've seen that with a lot of people. You know, even famous guys like TR Limitless and those kind of guys, they're not necessarily as good on a game than they were in the previous game. A lot of surprises that we saw. One of them probably is Razor, finding enormous amounts of pace in the new game. Surprise for you?
No, not actually. I've been monitoring Razor's progress from tier 2. Racing with him, practicing with him, talking a lot to him about times and race strategies and a lot of things, and he's strong. When we said we're moving him up, I always knew he's going to be a competitor in Premier Division, to be honest with you.
Other surprises might be popping up would be guys like Josh and Bob. We know they were fast in 2020 game.
But on controller.
But, you know, Bob, and I see Nick has pitted, Shakes has pitted, he's put on softs, and Nick's put on medium, so Nick's going to go for the medium. I tell you what, this is very clever by Nick, so he slapped on mediums ahead of Shakes, so he can try to keep Shakes behind him, and then when he puts on that softs for that last turn, Nick's just going to be flying. So far Nick's got it under control, he's been into the pit, Shakes on a brand new set of softs. He's stuck behind Ron. I'm not sure Ron's going to battle this too much, but this is not overtaking opportunities right here. You shouldn't be looking to do something funny here. He's going to get DRS now. Let's see if he can get fast on the inside. Probably you don't want to just dive in on the inside there, buy your time, wait for it. He's got so much traction. It's probably going to be ahead of him coming out of this hairpin before they even hit the DRS side. Those socks just got so much traction. Right, let's see if he can get this move done. Yeah, good traction out there. Yeah, there we go. He's going to get DRS now. And I don't expect Ron to fight much of this. Ron knows that he's not really fighting Shakes at the moment. Alright, definitely Bob, a big surprise as well, showing some great pace in the new game.
Yeah, so they were on controller, and Josh and Bob was on controller. They made Tillman gives it in the G29s, and then they were struggling on the latter end of the 2020, and then 2021 came along, and they just found the pace.
Yeah, it's just weird how the game,
dynamic and everything. Yeah,
it's just weird how the game sometimes works for you or don't. Surprises in Division 2 for me, definitely Nick and Arne. I think Nick and Arne, the new game suits them. I mean, they're obviously part of my team. I speak to them on a daily basis. This new game just works for both of these guys. A lot of complaints, I see on the Codemaster and the EA forums about assists being faster than no assists. Guys complaining that the game needs a buff. They need to buff that. Do you tend to agree with that? Do you think there's some kind of cement or solidness in that statement?
With the brake assist, I definitely think so, Avalanche. Definitely. I think the brake assist is a definite advantage, and it's definitely faster because firstly it helps you with traction out of the corner, and it slows you down when you're overshooting the corner as well, so it's a massive advantage, I feel.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
I absolutely agree with you. I tend to think, if I look at time trial times, guys who were normally not really featured in my top 10 list, and I've got really some quick guys on my list, it's not featured in the top 10, all of a sudden features in the top 10, and you can clearly see on time trial that they're either doing brake assist on low, or they've got the traction on medium on. So yeah, I can definitely see an advantage in that. Whether they're going to buff the game for that, I'm not too sure if they will do that.
Codemasters is too lazy to do anything.
I just, my personal opinion, and this is just once again my personal opinion, it's got nothing to do with the league or how I run the league. I just feel that guys who's on the no assist should have more lap time in hand than the guys who's not using it.
Because you have to put in the work.
Formula 1's got no O2 gears, they've got no traction. The game must reward you for that, like in any other game. And I just think that Codemasters is not doing that. D, just give me 2 sets.
No problem. Okay, so let's catch up what's happening here. So we've got now Nick Geeshin in P1. He's got a nice gap on Shakes now, 3 seconds, so he's definitely pulling away on that mediums. We've got Bob that has catched up now to P3. He's still got 150 to go as well, so Bob catching up nicely from the rear end of the grid. Then we've got Warlock now in P4. We've got Arno in P5 making up some nice places again. We've got Ron in 6. Teacher just overtaking Ron as I say that. So Teacher moving up to 6. Both us a bit ways behind there, but I think Ron still needs to pit. And then we've got Soulsmeister in 9th place. I think he also needs to pit soon with Ron. Then we've got Carl on his 14 lap old hards. He's keeping it together, hasn't messed the hards up yet, so well done to him for making the dart stick. And then we've got Reaper with 13 lap old medium, so he still has to do 2 pit stops, I think. We'll see what happens there. And then we round off with 13 in Storm, Turnable in 14th, Chaplin in 15th, Nike in 16th, and Stoffel in 17th. Okay, let's see. Warlock's closing in on Bob now on that soft, so that should be an interesting race. I don't know where Avalanche is. If he can show you guys that on stream. So Bob looked like he's out of E or S. Warlock following closely behind. Okay. We've got Teacher closing on Arno as well. Well, Teacher's performing well.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. So yeah, that's just, once again, it's my opinion. I just think in every other game that you play on a hard level, the game recognizes that. And it rewards you for that. It gives you either trophies or you get hidden artifacts in the game if it's a solo play or whatever. And this is really the only
you want to go on Warlock quickly? Let's tell it to break your word.
Yeah, let's go.
So get the overtake done.
Oh no, he just into the bump, yeah. He's into the back of Bob there.
He should still get it done. He's on soft and Bob is on very old medium.
I think Bob also realizes that this is just about points for his team. You know, you shouldn't be getting into the way of the Division 2 drivers. And, you know, I was very impressed with what Bob did in qualifying. Hats off to him for not going through to Q3 and giving the guys a chance. I tell you what, that just says a lot of him about a driver. So, Arno currently in 5th. He's pitted for the softs, I see. And so is Teacher. But Nick opening up a nice gap there between him and Shakes. I mean, he put the fastest lap up, and he's almost 3 seconds ahead.
No, definitely. He's having a brilliant race.
Yeah, Arno needs to get past Bob as quick as possible, and maybe even if he can catch up to Warlock, because he is on the softs, and he needs to make these softs work for him now. Another safety car now, D. Probably pit now, slap the hards on, yeah?
Yeah. If you got another set of mediums and you put it in
mediums. Yes, mediums. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
That medium should work to the end now, definitely. I think that safety car saved Bob from another position there, because Arno was on the softs.
And there's another safety car. It looks like Saki's gone out. I just want to see where that is, if I can pick his car up. Yes, there he is. The Williams, he lost it. It looks like in turn 3 and 4. So that is Saki out. Unfortunately for him, he showed some good faith. So yeah, we were just talking about safety car. What do you do now? Nick Gishan, screwed. He's on 6 lap old mediums. He can't pit for softs. Can he? Can he get 12 laps out of those softs?
It's going to be a stretch. I think after lap 6, that starts falling off a cliff. So it's going to be tough.
Right, all of a sudden we've got plenty. So Warlock's in the pits. He's put on a brand new set of mediums. Bob's brand new set of mediums. Arno brand new set. So all these guys don't have to stop again. The problem now is Nick Gishan has to stop.
And he loses all his time now. So that means they're all going to be on his off. So they can stick with him. He's
definitely going to lose a lot of places. Oh man, this safety car just did not work for Nick Gishan. My word.
Because he's already going to lose places now. I don't think Bertha's put yet.
No, Bertha hasn't pitted, so he's kept track position. The only guys who hasn't pitted in this safety car is Nick and Bertha.
Yeah.
Oh wow. As team principal, I would have probably told my driver to pop in for softs.
Yeah,
so get the softs on. You are screwed. You've got people behind you on front, unless Bertha can keep them away from Nick. But the problem is, Super D, is that Nick needs to pit. No one else needs to pit again.
But
Bertha's not really in the podium battle. The problem with Nick is no one needs to pit again. Everyone is done. Yeah. They've done their mandatory pit stops. They've been on softs. They've gone to the mediums. He can't finish the race on his tires, even if he wants to. He needs to pit for another compound tire.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. That's bad luck. That's really bad luck.
Look, he's a good driver, so I'm sure after he pits he'll make up a couple of positions. Is he quick enough to get to P1 again? We'll have to see. Only time will tell. But it's going to be extremely tough.
Shakes and Warlock and Bob looking good. Arno also looking good in those mediums.
Yeah, I said that's going to be our podium finishes tonight. I think Warlock, Bob and Arno. I think that's definitely, because Shakes got penalties as well.
Yeah, look, Bob was definitely going to move down to P4 because
Yeah,
he's
no,
not allowed to
definitely.
get P3. But that just might bring in, like you say, Shakes, Warlock, Arnu, and then Bob in
Yeah.
fourth. Yeah, I feel extremely horrible for Nick at the moment. Should have probably made the call and just jump in for the soft and see how far. You know, build that gap up as far as you can. Hope for another safety car at the end. If not, just try to keep the car on track. Alright, so there is, so just going on to the comments here. I agree with Super D. At this point, the team has first priority. Also, whoever's fast on the track gets priority. Yeah, that's exactly how it works in the Red Bull team. Razor didn't make it difficult for me in terms of decisions. He was faster than me.
Hey, that's going to be a major loss for you, eh?
Yeah, it's something that we are trying to get our heads around in terms of what do we need to do. So let's talk about that just now. But safety car in. Nick's gone out. Clear Buerta under pressure from Shakes.
I mean, watch that battle. None of them have patience. Both of them very short on patience. Buerta.
Oh, Buerta runs slightly wide. So Buerta is going to get on the. Yeah, he's just got so much. No, he's got so much traction that Buerta's doing the right thing there. So Shake's getting penalties. Buerta getting a penalty for that incident there. Warlock sitting pretty in fourth. Bob now in fifth. Arnu. He needs to get past Bob if he wants to have a say in this. You feel further down, Ron on the Hearts. Yeah, but he's got penalties. So surprise, surprise! Look at the penalties on the right-hand side. He did say this is going to be the one. Lap 22 and 35. We've lost 3 retirements. Saki, Isatronic, and Stoffel that we've lost early in the race. Nike, she's having a tough time in Canada. Very good results by her in Brazil and in Austria. Your team at the moment, Storm Willis in 12th, Saltzmeister 9th, double points for the Alpine.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm not too stressed about these guys. I want them to have fun first, enjoy the game, and then we can start talking about racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just getting back to Razor that we've lost now. Yeah, that was a big loss for us. But like anything else, you know, things need to go on. The team comes first. My guys acknowledge that and know that. They don't get into battles on track. If whoever's faster, we tell him to go through. If he doesn't make highway, then he needs to give the position back. That's just how we work. But it is a big loss losing him. Although myself and him, we haven't ranked up, you know, the points very badly in the first 2 races.
Bad luck. That's purely down to bad luck, I believe. Eh?
Yeah, it's been a bit. I would say Brazil was really bad luck for me. I was very despondent after that race. I felt I had the left space, but yeah.
What's more bad luck than the TV switching off on the second last lap?
Well, I had the same thing as Burries. So TV switching off is one thing, but the game lobby glitches where your steering wheel has got absolutely no turning angle.
Yeah, no, that's just as terrible.
And that's just as terrible. So I had a really bad Austria where the game gave me a 20-second penalty for speeding on the safety car, which I still think wasn't my fault, although the stewards disagreed. That was horrible. Brazil was horrible for me in terms of contact made. But yeah, so the pace was there with Razor and the Red Bull team in Division 1, but we haven't put it into points, which is a concern for us. And we're being saved at the moment by Arno and by Nick. That's who we've been saved with. So
but that's teamwork, I guess, eh? Teamwork.
It is teamwork. These two put a lot of time in on the game. I do spend a bit more time with them in the game than what I used to. And the other problem is that now we're a driver short. So we're gonna, as a team, we are looking for drivers outside to come and help us out.
Look at this Avalanche. Shake's putting pressure on Nick now. He might get overtake down here now. He's got the DRS.
He's probably going to.
So
will you just have a look at penalties there for me, and if you don't mind, the Dom.
So Shake's got 6 seconds.
All right.
Nick has got no penalties. Warlock's got 3 seconds. Both has got 6 seconds. Then we've got Bob that just overtake. Oh, I think something happened to Porter.
No,
he
he's
just
jumped
lost, I think, 4 or 5 places, or did he jump into the
No,
pits?
he jumped into the pits. He's going to slap on a brand new set of softs. I think he wants to see what he can do. He needed to pit because he started on the medium, so that's his mandatory pit stop done. And if I look at how many positions that's cost him, Nick Gishan, my man, if you're listening to me as a team principal, you need to box. You need to box now. You need to. I tell you what, box now, or else you're just not gonna. He's gonna run out of the laps.
1.5 seconds.
Yeah,
he's already 1.5 seconds behind Shakes.
He's just gonna lose laps trying to catch the guys in front of him. You know, 10 laps is already a lot to make a position. Huerta goes in on the inside of Chaplin. That's 13th for him. So we'll monitor his progress. So yeah, as a team principal, I hope he's listening. You need to box now. Box. Let's see if my team listens to me. Because he will run.
So
he's just going to run out of laps. And my team doesn't listen to me. My word.
Yeah. So penalty wise, we've got Shakes on 6, Nick on 0, Bob on 0, Arno on 0, Warlock on 3, Teach on 0, doing well there. Souls, Carl on 6.
I'm gonna stop you there. There's a big one here between Arno, Warlock. I'm not sure if Warlock just ran what. Safety car out. Is this Souls faster?
That's Souls.
Is this gonna save Nick Gishan? Is this gonna be payback, redemption for Nick Gishan? What did I say about pitting the previous lap? What did I say?
Yeah.
I think my team needs to start listening to me.
Yeah, it looks like Souls had the incident there, Hall of Champions.
Yeah, it looks like it. So we expect Nick in now. I need to do my radio check. Nick, come in. Pit now, box. So let's look in essence. If he pitted the lap before, he would have had track position, or not track position, but he would have been on brand new softs, and he might just lose more positions now. He might just be at the back of the field after this pit stop. He might be stone last. My word.
At least he'll be on the racy softs though, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, with 2 laps still on the safety car, that gives you 7 laps.
It's not too much on this track.
I tell you what, it is now push. I don't want to say hammer time because I'm not a Hamilton fan, so let's not go there.
No. don't use that cliche, please.
Yeah,
not in this chat.
No, not in this chat. I totally agree with you. Right, let's just see if anyone is fitting. Yeah, so Nick's in for the pits for softs. Where's this going to pop him out? It's going to be behind everyone. He's probably going to come out just before Tunable, or Reaper might be.
Reaper passed him now.
Yeah, but Nick should be pit exit.
Yeah. P9.
Yeah, P9. So he comes out just behind Reaper on brand new softs. Okay, well, we know he's got the 1 lap pace. We saw that in qualifying. We know he's got race pace. That we saw with the gaps that he pulled on the gas on those mediums. Let's see what he can do on those softs.
The problem now is Avalanche is going to lose so much time behind Reaper, Ron, and Carl and the teacher. Because you've been sector 2, basically, you can only overtake on that one Diore zone over there. So you have to stay behind that whole twisty bendy section behind
what might work for him now is a calm head, keep it cool, don't get penalties. Penalties might just save him here as well. We know that Shakes has got a heap load of penalties, Warlock's got penalties.
Yeah.
We know that Bob will be demoted to 4th after the race if he does finish in the top 3. For Nick's sake, he needs to try to jump these guys on the start of the race. He needs to get a very good exit out of the turn Wall of Champions, get a good exit, use those softs, see if he can maybe get past Reaper and Ron before turn 3, and then it's all about managing it, I would say. But anyway, we've got further down the field, we've got Huerta on the brand new softs. He's got Storm in front of him. I don't think Storm's going to be much of a battle for him. Huerta on the faster tyre, also newer tyres. We haven't spoken about Karl Heltzinger. So Karl Heltzinger, we were all surprised, doing the hards, then swapped to the medium, so he's done his mandatory pit stop, all the way from last, currently in 5th.
Yeah.
Not bad by Karl, not bad at all.
Definitely not. And we questioned him on that hard decision, going on that hard, so look where he is. Well done.
So yeah, and you know what? I just think you need to keep your team in check here, Super D. This Torment man, I don't know who this man is. This Tapiwa man, I don't know who this guy is. He's just saying, I'll say
Is he
it for
coming
you.
about the hammer
It's
time?
hammer time, Nick. You need to sort this man out. I don't know who he is. I'm not going to talk to him anymore.
That's Torment for you.
Man, there you go,
Through Hamilton fan.
I tell you what,
I was wondering when we said that, if you're watching the stream, is he going to comment on that statement we made?
I tell you what a loyal driver towards FTR. We've got so many of these loyal drivers, with FTR, and we are so blessed. And I tell you what, he's just one of those guys who's so loyal towards us, and I hope he still enjoys his racing with us. And he's got a super
guy too.
I tell you what, he's got a super team behind him with you as a team principal. Yeah, it's just fun. It's really fun. Anyway, so when safety car probably is going to pit this lap, we'll have 6 laps left of racing.
Avalanche, you know what I would do if I was Bob now? I would play games. Can you check some space?
You know what?
My honest opinion. Look, I doubt you'll do that.
You know what, and I know a lot of people say that's wrong. Do they do it in real F1? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They don't do unnecessary stupid things, but as long as you can keep your car on the right side of the track and keep the car behind you in a fair manner, that's good. That's teamwork. That's what it's all about. One thing that I've missed now is Arne Gous all the way down in 14th.
Is it? What?
What happened to
What?
Arne?
He probably spent warming up his tires.
Again.
Must have been.
Again, that's second time on the row for him. Let's have a look at Nick. So not the best start for Nick from the safety car, but he's on the gearbox of these two guys. Maybe he can get Reaper and Ron very quickly. Goes on the inside of Reaper. Ron, oh my word, there's contact. Oh my word. So there was contact between Ron and it looks like it was Reaper. But there is no another 3-second penalties for Shakes. That's going to hurt him. That's going to hurt him in the race. So Nick up into 7th. He's chasing down Ron. Further up, I don't see intervals because my game is not working at the moment.
Mine too, so, same thing.
Yep.
On the face, looks like he's on G-Porter's ass.
Yeah, so basically Nick has gone past Ron, so he's currently in 6th. He's chasing after Kyle. Arnu at the back of Buerta. He's fallen back a bit, not sure if there was...
yeah, Codemasters is showing 0.016, so I don't know what's going on there.
Codemasters like this Tapiwa guy that's here on the stream. I'm just kidding. Right, so Buerta in point scoring position, Arno in point scoring position, not where Arno wants to be. Buerta having a look at Storm here. I tell you what, these guys are... And that was a brilliant overtake by Buerta. I tell you what, got into the inside of Storm there, made it stick, and he's through. So now he's got Ron in front of him. He is on the soft, so he's going to be Ron on 10 lap old hards. You would expect Gerard to come through. Good day for the Ferrari, 7th and 9th at the moment, and they can make it 7th and 8th, which is great for them. Ooh, on the inside. Makes it stick. What a good
cutback.
I tell you what.
No.
Good move. So let's see what Ron can do. I don't think Ron's going to get DRS. No, DRS not enabled yet, so everyone's using overtake as much as they can. Ron having a look on the inside, but he's not gonna go there. I know Ron. He knows better than that. There we go. No, there we go. Fastest lap. Nick 1:10.8. It is indeed.
So
Nick
what's that battle between Nick, Carl, and Teacher? That's getting really close there. I think Nick's going to catch them up.
Yeah, look, he's going to jump.
Some pressure on Teacher.
Yeah, he's going to jump Carl anyway based on penalties. Teacher's a worry at the moment. You know, with Bob being demoted down to 4th, Nick might still get a penalty. A podium. So let's stick with Nick. He's been keeping it nice and clean. No penalties from his side. It's only Bob himself and Teacher.
Yeah, Arno got the penalty now as well.
Yeah, Arno's getting on the penalty. He's up into 8th. Right, Teacher now within DRS of Warlock. Carl within DRS of him. Nick almost in DRS of them. I don't think the Red Bull's going to get DRS yet. He's going to have to try to catch up in sector 1 and 2 where those tires are at its best. The nice thing about Nick is he can see the potential ahead. He can see cars ahead.
Yeah.
It's not like
He's almost in DRS range again. So he made up about 16 tenths on that lap. So he's flying. But the problem is Carl also has DRS now.
And there we go. Nick got his first penalty, 3 seconds. So that levels the playing field slightly for him now. But at the moment it is Shakes leading. Will he hold his lead after penalties? I doubt that. I just want to go into penalties myself and just have a look at what's going on here. So Shakes a 9. This could be a win for Warlock if I look at things now. Teacher might get the win, even snatches from Warlock. And that would be nice to get a McLaren on the top step there. They also got a... Yeah, Nick's gone through on Carl. So he's chasing after Teacher. I tell you what, if he can get ahead of Teacher and build a gap, he might still just win this. Because of Bob's demotion. 9 seconds for Shakes. 3 seconds for Warlock. Yeah, Warlock, I tell you what, this is going to be a tight finish. The McLaren guys, we haven't spoken much about them. Very good team. Ruan in Premier Division, teaming up with Jaco Nafel. 2 brilliant drivers. But once again, the same with Ruan. They're just not getting the results. They've been very unlucky.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Whereas on the other hand, the AlphaTauri guys has just kept it nice and clean. Bob and Josh, what a good start to the season by those two.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know what makes me excited, Super D, and I know you're part of management now, is close racing. We always said from the day that I started this, that we do not want people to win the championship with 5 races to go. We want people to be as close as possible. And how's this for close racing tonight? How's this for achieving what we set out to do?
No, definitely.
I mean, anyone can win. Shakes can win. Bob can win. Warlock can win. Teacher can win. Nick can win. Everyone's still there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, so Nick is now...
for the Premier Division also, we don't even know who's going to win the division yet because there's so much drivers still in it. And, I mean, everybody's close, so especially Canada coming up now, I think it's going to shake up a lot of things. I know Canada's not my best track. I'm going to struggle tomorrow
Says the man who does a 107, I'm just going to keep quiet.
I promise you, you'll see. This is not a good track for me.
I tell you what, if a couple of guys, I mean, Jaco's been looking really good. I mean, he got some good points, podium last week with the demotion of Josh with the penalties. If Ruan gets it together, which I know he can, Ruan will be extremely competitive. That makes the McLarens very good because Jaco is very consistent. Alpine, your guys, yourself and Torment, good team. We've lost a teammate in the Red Bull, but I'm pretty sure we'll recover from that very soon. Yeah, from my side personally, I just need to get points. I just really need to get points somewhere along the line.
Look at all. So their Teacher goes past him and Nick's going past him as well. Nick's also
going to go past as well, yeah. There we go. Nick's gone through.
Oh, nice backing out in Nick. Clever. That's a smart move.
Yeah. Warlock's battling at the moment. He's on 14 lap old mediums. Nah, I tell you what, these mediums are tired. 14 lap old mediums. Nick's also going to start losing these softs very soon. Teacher's been ramping up the penalties as well. So Teacher's got 6 seconds since the last time we spoke about penalties. So
Nick, he was clean before the safety car, the last safety car.
So Teacher's sitting on 6, Nick on 3, Shakes on 9. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to do this. Right, so at the moment, if things stand as it is, Nick Ishin getting another 3-second penalty, my word. This is the last lap of the race. We aren't going to get to the front. I'm not going to focus too much on the guys at the back here, Nick and Teacher. I am going to move towards Shakes. Because
here we go. Nick is going for the overtake on Teacher now. Let's see what happens. Oh, he backs out. He's waiting
good
for the
backing
last
out.
DRS.
I think he's just going to wait for the DRS here. Ooh,
he's eating grass. Going for the inside. Ooh, contact and that was reckless. You should have just had the patience and waited.
Yeah, obviously you just don't close the door on someone. Car's whip, that's what I always say. But we're going to leave that for the stewards. And Carl's going to come through. There we go. Carl comes through. It's going to be interesting to
Warlock.
see. Oh, sorry, Warlock.
There
Warlock
goes
runs
past
wide.
Warlock. Nice. Well done, Nick. What overtake.
I tell you what, let's wait for the results to come through. Right, so in essence, not looking at Bob, it will be Warlock who won this race. My word, he's due for a good result. Warlock wins
Yeah.
from Teacher, from Shakes, from Nick Gishan. My word. Talk about close racing. Do you have them as friends? Can you just maybe get them into the chat party for us quickly?
So do I want to get Warlock, Teacher, and Shakes?
Warlock, Teacher, and Shakes, yeah. So Bob did win, but he will be demoted down to 4th. So Nick will stay 5th. Bob will get 4th, which is valuable points for the Alpha Tauris. So good job there by the Alpha Tauris. Let's see who's going to be driver of the day. It's Bob, yeah. Surprise, surprise, from last on the grid to 1st. That's Premier Division for you. Well done, Bob. Congratulations from all of us. Here we go, and he does, I don't know what that is, but well done, Bob.
Let me just add quickly these players. So we've got Warlock.
Alright, so celebrations going up there. Bob winning, but he will be demoted to 4th. It's actually Warlock who wins this evening.
Who's the other one? Avalanche is Warlock, Shakes, and Teacher.
It's Warlock, Shakes, and Teacher, yeah. So let's just see if we can get them
I do not have
in.
Teacher, unfortunately. If you can invite Teacher.
Yeah, I will. I just want to get this on the stream, so when we do penalties. Right, so it is Warlock that wins. Teacher in 2nd, Shakes. It's actually Warlock, Teacher, and Shakes, yeah. In 3rd, Bob will move down to 4th. Nick Gishan will be in 5th. Carl Haltzinger will be 6th. Arno in 7th. Clear Boerts on 8th. Good drive by him. Ron in 9th. Good drive. Storm Willis. Nike, and then Chapin getting also points in 12th. So let me just get, who do I need to get? The Teacher, right? Let me just get him into our party and see if he's available to chat to us. Oh, hard day's work. You don't know what work is, my man. You don't know what work is. Yeah, but you don't have kids yet, do you? You don't know what, yeah, you don't have kids yet, do you? No. No, then you don't know what work is. Then you don't know what work is. I'm an old man, you should believe me. Regardless of what I say, I'm always right, I'm old.
I'll give you that. Mr. Pensioner.
Shut up, you.
Pensioner.
Hey, as a pensioner, what's up for the faithful, my man? Alright, let's wait for everyone to join. If you call me a pensioner again, I will take 10 World Championship points off you. Why? Because I just can. That's just what I do.
I'm part of management now, I can contest it.
Yes, you can. I should have never put you in management. Right, let's just see we got in the chat party. So if I call out your name, just say I. Warlock. Hi. Warlock's here. Teacher. Hi. And then we've got Shakes. Shake it. Right. So let's start with Super D. I'm going to let you start with 3rd. If you want to have a chat with Teacher, maybe.
No, Teacher finished 2nd, and I think it's Warlock at 1 race. So
Shakes at 3rd. Yeah, my word. It's the age.
So Shakes.
Shut up.
Yeah, pensioner again.
Shut up.
So Shakes, unfortunately, that penalty is costing you there at the end. For that win. Unlucky there. Took us through your race. Unlucky.
Okay, no. But I tell you what,
but a show voting costed you there.
Look, I tell you what. Anyway, it's a good race. Shakes, you've been very fast. In the beginning of the season, we saw glimpses of that with Brad in Austria. We saw that in Brazil. Not necessarily a bad day for you today, but it's a podium. So any day, I think, on a podium is a good day.
Yeah. And luckily for you, Shakes, the Red Bulls had some bad luck in the race. Nick never put it under that second safety car, lost him a lot of time when he had to put again. And then Arno spinning out on safety car restart. So Good race for you. Good luck. Sometimes you need some luck on your side, and you've got that tonight.
I just want to say one thing. If you say one more bad thing about the Red Bulls, I will slap you. I will slap you. No, Shakes, well done, mates, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week in Russia. And well done for the podium this evening.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then
Okay, then on to the teacher.
Mr. Teacher, dude, quality pace of note, my man, huh? I tell you what, that's always something, and I like it when people say that because I necessarily don't put the amount of time in that I should, and I have started, I have, but the amount of time and effort that you put in can really turn into success, like a second for you tonight. But it can also be a very disappointing night, and then you feel like all the hard work stopped working for you, but tonight it worked for you.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for you, as you missed Austria, I think, but yes, after your visit to South Africa, and then you were back in Brazil. I think you had a 6th or a 7th in Brazil. Ah, yeah, I'm so glad it's not just me, HB, who's getting those drive-through penalties. Fuck, oh, I'm so glad someone else gets it too. But listen, mate, I tell you what, the quality pace was on point today. Well done for you. It's a good result for the McLaren team. Yaku and your other teammates, Yaku and Ruan, doing well in Premier Division. So well done, mate. Good stuff.
Yeah. So, teacher, well done from my side. Great race. We always need some luck, and that came your way this evening. And great race, basically. And well done on that, man.
All right, thank you so much, mate. We'll see you next week. All right, and then we are on with, I tell you what, this win was coming since last season. This win has been coming since you were with us last season. You had a couple of unlucky races, some good qualifying laps. Eventually tonight, Austin just came together, mate.
Well, it happens when you practice on wet track.
It doesn't matter how you practice, whatever works for you, as long as it works in the race, buddy.
No, hell. This track I was sliding a bit too much on certain corners. Did not like that.
But look, I mean, in essence...
It cost me a few positions. For instance, when Arno and I think the teacher came past. That one cost me
you
a
a bit, yeah. But I mean, you kept it together. At the end of the day, penalties played a role, and it's never nice to see penalties deciding a race winner. But tonight it worked in your favour. Shakes had a bit more penalties than you. You jumped him. Obviously, Bob will be fourth because he can't be part of the podium as he's not a Division 2 driver. But Austin, well done from my side. This was coming. A brilliant race. Your teammate battling a bit tonight, Nike. But I'm pretty sure she'll be back in Russia again.
Yeah, she'll be stronger in Russia because Canada.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys, but Canada is a bit more slippery than it used to be.
It's Monaco. It's another Monaco.
I just think this game is more slippery than any other game, if you ask me. I don't think it's got to do with the tracks. I just think the whole bloody game is slippery. But anyway, that's just me. Yeah. But listen, Austin, well done, mate, and congratulations. And we're looking forward to catching you and Teacher and Shakes next week in Russia.
Yeah. Well done, gents.
Thank you.
Well done, guys. Mr. D, thanks so much for joining me in the comms box. If you want to catch Dominic, he's tomorrow night in Premier Division with myself. We'll be in Canada, same place, same time. Hopefully it will be sunny skies for the Premier Division as well. D, thanks so much for joining me.
No problem.
And it's off to racing we go.
Be sure to catch the young buck versus the pensioner tomorrow. Should be interesting.
I tell you what, if I do finish ahead of you, whether it's 15th or 16th, I will bake this big the next time I am on comms. I tell you what.
Too pity. Good luck.
All right, guys, thank you so much. And thanks for everyone watching the stream. You can catch us tomorrow night on the Premier Division, Canada. And then next week, we are off in Division 2 to Russia. We're going to have some vodka. Well, I'll have some vodka during the stream. Not sure if Super D will, but it's vodka time next week. So get your get your hat straight, and hopefully you can join us. Thanks everyone. Thanks for sharing, and we'll catch you next week. Ciao, ciao.